Holler if you hear me, and welcome to tonight's edition of Art Uncensored. It is the top of the hour, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we are here and together to go and finish the Revell model of a UH-1D Huey gunship. We got the instructions right here, and we've got all the pieces here from where we were last night, so we are ready to continue on with this as being the main section of what we were able to complete yesterday. And I do believe that we are going to be able to go and finish the rest of the assembly on this tonight, but we should go ahead and get started. So let's move on and let me be a little more careful with this baby. So pieces like that don't wind up falling down again. So let's get onto the assembly camera. Camera 2. Camera 1, crap. Camera 2. Camera 1, 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 camera 2. All right. You're not going to put that in your mouth now, are you? Okay, you did now. That's just gross. Hey, Dr. Label, can I paint his yoo-hoo gold? It's kind of my thing. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? And now let's keep the continuity with last night by putting on American Ninja 2. Ninjas! Ninja.
Just want to say, it's Can of Films time, baby.
I knew it.
You have been asking to watch this for a very long time. It is American Ninja 2.
Oh, yes.
We have watched 1 and 3, not in that order. And now it is time to go to an American Ninja 2. We have this lovely American Ninja set with no name on it, so I don't know who sent it, but thank you.
Awesome.
Quinn Kelly is providing the beer today from Incline Cider Company. Marion Berry.
Killed it.
Marion Belly. Marion Berry.
He looks barely old enough to be in that bar.
For reals.
He looks lanky, though. He might have some sweet kicks.
Ah, good point.
3 whiskeys and beer.
This is quite a gang. The guy in front's dirty. There's someone in a polo shirt.
They're diversifying.
Like, look how dirty this guy is.
Like he vomited on himself. He's very sweaty.
Yeah. That went 0 to 100.
Oh, look at that move. That spin move into the corner.
Why are they fighting? Because they walked in?
Yep.
Well, he's doing okay.
Oh, that was
Whoop, I lied.
So is he not going to help his friends getting their cheeks clapped?
No.
Oh.
Whoa!
What? Why?
Why are there ninjas in the back room?
Why did the ninjas kick their butt?
Lanky dude's in on
Yeah,
it.
why are they hiding in the closet?
Ninjas! Because they're San Francisco ninjas.
This is
Confused.
It's madness already.
yeah. I'm very
Total
excited.
madness.
Wasn't one of these movies where they were landing a hang glider into the back
It's the
of the
third
truck?
one, yeah.
Oh,
For no reason.
For no reason.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Dudikoff time?
Yep.
He's got to come in because he heard there are ninjas on the island.
Thank you.
And Steve
Wait,
James.
Yup. I'm gonna get shirtless within the next 45 seconds.
Inspector Singh here. Looks like the American replacements have just arrived.
So these guys are the replacements of the 2 jabronis that got kidnapped in the bar.
Okay. That's how it works in the military.
Army. What a drag.
It sounds like the band that did the Power Rangers album.
That's so random. But it totally does. I'm so proud of you for that. I come up with
Ron
obscure stuff
Wasserman.
like that. And Jason just rolls his eyes.
I just rolled my eyes now. The third one took place on an island.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is how these people write off these trips on their taxes.
Everything comes off your talking topless, bottomless.
I believe that bottom is on, sir.
Yeah, lies.
Yeah.
Liar. Already striking out.
Shoo. Coming in a little hot on the bike path. That's the American Ninja. That I wouldn't recommend that.
The
Unbelievable.
This is where they're going?
They're right there. Half of this island is American because all the women are impregnated by these guys.
Or it's just a couple of soldier boys we got around here.
Rangers, my son.
Why would you look at that guy and be like, that's who I'm going to talk shit to?
For real.
The only guy in uniform in this whole operation.
Dressed head to toe in some kind of strange black suits.
They look at each other.
Oh my
Ninjas.
gosh.
That's what he said in the third, remember?
No.
Ninjas. Because he'd already experienced this twice.
Kidnapped by the ninja.
Ninja. Not again. We'll do our best, sir.
Now get out of here.
He's so jacked.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
Let's pick on that guy.
So is this the same character in all three?
Dudikoff is not in the third one. Steve James is. He was replaced by David Bradley.
Look how jacked he is.
He's doing some squats, man. He's
Dudikoff is not looking small, but next to James.
Yeah.
Our fan club is beginning to grow.
Let's go already.
Shut up, unibrow.
Can't wait for him to just get owned.
This is the first movie where they shot an arrow and he blocked it with a shovel handle.
Oh my God.
How do you defend yourself against ninjas?
Oh! Damn, he is a ninja. The third movie was.
Oh, is that where that came from?
Yeah, that was the third movie.
Oh, that's right. They're in that room,
Yeah.
right?
It's insane.
Ninjas!
What was
He came around the corner like.
Are you kidding?
Oh, this is hysterical.
It's a Sam Furstenberg movie, so we have ninjas in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my! They were hiding behind a cloak, a black cloak.
Amazing.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot of ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're all attacking at the same time. I got to give them credit for that.
Oh, sure, damn.
You know.
Oh, it's freaking pro wrestling now.
Oh,
It's the head ninja.
that's like the Night King. Oh my God!
Human ladder.
All right, that's fun.
This is amazing.
Even though Dudikoff just ran up there.
Yeah. Well, he's the American ninja.
Keyword American.
Oh, teamwork.
This is
Oh
amazing.
my gosh!
Oh.
He got speared. Wow.
He did. Oh.
That's a good
No,
job.
no, no, no.
Oh.
Protect the neck.
You got to hurt. Break that.
Protect your neck. What I really do is that that's a tie out.
So the worst ninjas ever.
Really?
Oh. Ball tapped him with that.
Literally.
Whoa.
The guy got knocked out from landing on his back in sand.
Well.
Oh!
Just disemboweled him.
Grab the sword.
Knocked out again from landing in the
Yeah.
sand. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
That was a haymaker.
Oh!
Holy. chance now.
How many ninjas did they send?
Oh, wow.
Metfu.
It's not a weighted net.
No.
Oh.
Wow. The body count's getting high already.
Yeah.
Yeah!
No.
This is amazing.
Oh.
That was like a 30-foot drop.
Oh.
They stuck the landing.
Amazing. He disgraces himself by showing his face.
I'm sure we can come up with something.
Can you?
We do have a lead, sir.
Dude's not gonna put his shirt on for the rest of the movie. Is
He
he?
better not.
I mean, would you?
I would be upset.
That's a fair point, Aaron.
We know what we came for. Yes. Just walk around like that the rest of the movie.
You guys were on Mangrove Island taking care of the local talent.
He started in theater because he's really working that mouth.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Meet me there tomorrow at 1500. Come alone.
Shit to do at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Say, what are these
Working.
guys? What?
They have gypsy hookers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sandy from Greece was standing on the corner there too. Oh, old gypsy hookers.
Uh-huh.
She's professional. She's been doing it a
She
while.
can take the teeth out.
She get
Oh. Oh, okay, sailor. What the heck?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, what's Popeye? What is going on in the street? Whoa! You should have made that sound after the arm break. Oh!
You're
Nice.
Dude, he's just casting everyone.
The ER is about to be very busy.
You're gonna know they're gang because their arms are all gonna be like propped up.
You're right. This is a very strange
It's
place.
the most multicultural place I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like part Old West, part South America, part
Part
Asia.
Africa,
Part
Part-
island.
India. Yeah, like it's all over the map.
part
Seattle,
heavy
Washington. I don't
metal
know.
groupie. You're not a hooer.
Well, we don't know.
Oh, that's true.
$5 is
He did
$5.
say he wanted help with his dick.
Shit.
Oh, their arms healed up real quick.
Yeah, what
For
what
real.
the hell?
Yeah, they're doing great.
Ah!
That's a first.
Oh, that was great.
Oh.
He's doing research. What kind of research? I don't know. It's biological stuff, man.
Biological stuff.
Biological?
They were doing something weird in the third movie too.
I don't really
The
remember.
virus, or
Hmm.
Oh!
Better.
they knew he talked already.
Yeah, I was expecting him to get shot, not speared.
No. They're ninjas.
It's amazing.
Oh, we have a rooftop chase. I love rooftop chase. Oh.
That ended before it began.
Killing it.
Wow.
You're killing it.
High energy.
Those woodwinds are really woo.
Yeah.
Look at the guy on the drums though.
Oh.
I love some saxophone in a movie. Not this.
Damn. That was depressing.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah.
If I was at that party, I'd be like, can you just stop? Do
The mood will lift.
you know I still believe?
Why are they Marine?
Wait, I thought they were rangers.
Yeah, they're Marine.
Is it a disguise?
Is it a disguise?
Oh,
Is that allowed?
Careful with the uniform, all right? It's the only one I got.
Marines.
Yeah, who's fit him?
For real. He's the biggest dude on the island.
Ah, Captain Woodwell.
Oh, governor.
Somebody kill the band, please.
Somebody ninja the band.
Excuse me, ma'am. Wow. I don't mean to intrude, but
He immediately went off
Yeah.
of mission.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
No.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Some ninjas are gonna show up. And he's gonna blast them.
Luckily, everything happens in the same one alley.
Yeah,
And
just
the same
stay
bar.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
He has a guest. Bartender has to be like, damn it, again.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Right?
Can I have a table leg?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Break a leg.
Come on, you midgets. Come on, you midgets. Come on.
Midgets. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Come on, wait. Let's go.
That was great.
All right, stop, man. Get some.
What's this girl doing?
Wow.
Oh, it's like, what are you?
Oh my God. Remember earlier when I said pro wrestling?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, oh man.
He's hulking up in there. Oh!
Wow.
That didn't feel good. These movies are great.
They're so insane.
Oh, you missed it!
It's a canon movie, so some stuntman has to get horribly hurt.
Yeah, I forgot. This is canon. No wonder I'm having so much fun.
He's having the time of his life.
Sure.
You got a 36 hit combo up there.
Yeah, I did.
That's the ninja.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it some more. Come on. Let's do it some more.
So pumped up.
Shit, that's my car.
Jesus!
Oh my god!
Oh, he's stripping it to the frame.
That's hilarious.
Oh, and
This movie is so fun.
I'm lucky one eye.
The wheel. It took the lug nuts off.
half off.
This is basically like our cars in college.
Yeah.
You know?
The engine fell out of Aaron's car once.
It did.
The whole engine.
The whole engine fell out.
Yo, Jackson, let's go.
Give me a call.
Damn! While she was on the dude's arm.
Oh, well.
What an epic Hooper.
The girl escaped. That damn American ninja.
Also, the head ninja answers to the albino.
Just BS.
Oh, no.
Broad daylight.
The broad daylight ninjas.
Oh! Oh, he cut his face.
Celery sticks.
How dare you?
Is that our first ninja star?
That was the first one.
Mhm. All right, this is a brick patio. They're doing great.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'm sure they have great ACL reconstruction on the island.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Oh!
I hope that's
Ow.
not poison.
Yeah, what? Oh!
Wow.
What's burning?
What is that?
That doesn't look right.
No.
Fire's supposed to be on the inside. of it.
In it.
Furnace. That's.
It does look like a furnace.
Yes!
That's why.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why.
All right, we got the size there. Here comes the nunchucks.
Tom.
Oh!
That's not what the handle's for. Here it comes.
Sure it is. That was a good move. That makes so much sense.
What else are you going to use the handle for? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you dummy.
Whoa.
Who are these ninjas? They're nickel ninjas. Jeez.
Stunt man.
More cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
No.
What the? No.
Every
Yes.
weapon.
This is
We need a Gatling gun. We need a Gatling gun. Otherwise, we've had every weapon.
I thought I left during a break.
We didn't have the chance yet.
You. What movie are you watching?
Technically, you did.
This is way more fast paced than the first one. I know I'm the only one who remembers the first one.
That is correct.
Whoa! No, no. No, no, no.
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa! Would be a canon movie if somebody didn't die.
That point might be
His
real.
pants are like legit torn up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh god.
This dude is earning.
Oh, they're torn up. Like for real.
She looked horrified. They're trying to kill her.
Oh. He's not on a mat. He's not on a mat.
Oh.
It's just padded
Just
up.
knee pads.
That stuntman almost got ran over.
That's insane.
He's on top of
How
her.
the hell?
No. Oh! Did they run him over?
He can't get rid of this guy.
It's like the Terminator. Is that Head Ninja?
No. Maybe he's one of the higher up.
He didn't get paid enough.
They send the flunkies at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Dude.
This guy's insane. Oh. Surprised there wasn't a train coming. I mean, that feels like that would be in this movie.
Go, Toto!
Whoever that stuntman was hurt.
Yeah.
They blew up the only gas station on the island.
Yes.
Holy shit.
That was amazing.
Yeah, whoever was doing the stunt, pretending the shoulder still hurts.
Yeah.
Because that stuntman's in the hospital.
Separated shoulder, for sure.
Because there was no like roll.
No.
Just like
Yeah. Probably broken clavicle.
Some chickens.
Brian reacts to everything on screen. Chickens.
Yeah, where is this?
Boat.
Hose.
Listen, I like things.
Boats and hose.
Hey.
Shit.
Oh my god. My shirt is boats and hose.
Oh, did you know that when you said it?
No.
Oh.
I said it and I was like, wait a minute.
Nobody can see the cocaine when you wear a suit like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's fair.
And it doesn't get stuck in your mustache if you don't have one. So
Boom.
it's pretty smart.
Instead of finding a cure for cancer, ended up producing these ninjas.
Oh gosh,
ninjas
it is
came-
bio.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was the third one as well.
Well, I guess we better see what we can do about it, huh?
That was funny.
I don't know.
Why was that funny?
I don't know.
She's horny.
He could have said anything.
Are you ready?
Jolly good. Jolly
We got a tricky political situation here.
You guys are basically English. There's a ninja star behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Lion and Ninja Star.
Oh, yes, it is. All right.
Super ninja.
This is in the third movie too.
Is it really?
Kind of.
So these are Marines that have been bioengineered to be ninjas.
Super ninjas, Aaron. Super ninjas.
We didn't practice enough, but it's close.
The big guy in the middle is a little off from everybody else. He's like, see? Nailed it.
And boy, this is intimidating, isn't it?
Oh,
Dude is really proud of it, though.
Sam Furstenberg.
He read about ninjas in the early 80s.
Oh.
It's like, this is what my life is going to be about. So now we're at night, so we're not going to see
There
ninjas.
are
they're
no
gonna be
ninjas.
Yeah.
They're safe.
Sam Furstenberg isn't even in there. He's not there.
He goes to bed
That
promptly
was
at 9
second
p.m.
unit director. Or you could just give them guns. They're Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do they have to be ninjas at all?
It sounds like you get out of a chair.
Anytime I move.
You just break that guy's back?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he's like.
Yeah.
How much did I pay for that one? And that one? And that one?
There's blood. Okay, he's killing him.
I don't think he made it.
That was a lobotomy.
Yeah, he's just massacring his own guys.
Hike!
He did a long snap with a freaking sword. You just got done telling these guys it was an investment.
This is the wrong demonstration.
And then you burned half the inventory.
How do you make them, Leo? What are they? Miracles.
They just got their asses kicked.
Unless that one guy is the first super ninja. And the rest of them are the slubby ninjas.
Well, you don't know what his pronouns are.
I was thinking that, but I was like, I can't say that.
That is fair.
It's my bad.
Is fair.
God damn it.
That's a lady.
Oh, they did.
That's what you wanted, Brian.
Yeah.
Who's the short ninja with the tits?
Yep. Yeah.
Master Laboratory.
Dropped the laboratory.
Wait, so there's some ninjas around. There's just a guard there with a gun.
You really want things to be protected. That must be the operator.
It's flashing like it's a radio station.
Oh my god.
Injecting DNA hereditary information into a single cell.
This is some awesome scientific gobbledygook.
This is science, yeah.
The most lethal assassin the world has ever known.
You don't think they would notice, like, hey, two of the ninjas are supposed to be working.
Taking the tour.
They're the lab at the laboratory tour.
Got like Polaroid cameras. Cool.
Yeah. You just get punched or stabbed.
Ooh.
I mean, if Dudikoff punches you, you might as well be stabbed. So what does her mom look like? If that is her...
For real.
Dad's old as shit.
Yeah.
He's got the pointy eyebrows.
He's in science.
Yeah.
This is the 80s. He's probably like 48.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a white rich guy on this island. So.
Yeah.
Is he gonna do the thing?
Dude, it's the thing.
What's the thing?
Yes. Flashback.
You are ready, my son. I will be with you indeed and in my heart.
Oh, he did it!
The timing!
I did it too.
I did it too.
It's the same.
I love it.
Right in the middle of the stairwell of the community college.
Yep.
They do it.
Nailed it, Aaron.
I'm a ninja now too.
Aaron's a ninja.
Wow.
Aaron's a ninja.
That was beautiful, Aaron.
Oh! Yeah.
He's definitely dead.
These are the guys from the
Man.
They didn't get turned into the ultimate ninjas yet to be slaughtered in a
Arena.
demo. He gave some Marines ninja swords.
One of them's holding it like a
He's
baseball.
swinging it like a bat.
Let's go.
Jesus. Wow.
Swing for the fences. Yeah.
There are ninjas in the background just swinging their swords. waiting for their turn.
Yeah.
Look at any shot. There he is.
Ooh,
Oh, the boat's sinking.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Look, a couple too many dudes on there.
Couple Steve.
Here he is.
That's
Yeah.
because he was on the front of
Here
it.
he is. That's why.
Does he have one of those shotguns with the...
Grenade launcher.
Oh, it's a grenade launcher?
Regular Marines are just killing these ninjas.
Yeah, they're in boxers.
Oh, he is spinal.
Oh, never mind.
You needed to do that?
Who the hell is that?
He's like, I can do one move.
Finally make him dance.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Ah! Did they pick up Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
You sure what I think of that ninja shit?
Oh!
That was a hell of a throw.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he is Croc Dundee, huh? It's
Val
Crocky.
Kilmer.
Wow.
Wow.
Val Kilmer.
It's called 3 beers in a movie.
We're doing great.
I opened the third
A
one,
whole other movie to go.
and one of them was a cider, and one of them was a beer.
So technically, technically you've had one beer.
For doing math over
I
here.
needed that clarification.
Oh. You know what? These guns seem really effective.
It's weird.
Yeah.
No.
Now imagine giving guns to ninjas.
I think it's a shotgun, dude.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
is.
Yeah, it's a shotgun.
It's like Terry Crews in
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Expendables.
First Expendables.
Not the investment.
You're gonna blow the whole thing. Let's go. Let's go.
You understood what we were trying to create?
Create.
Dude, you're standing beside it. Just pull one of the cables out.
Damn you!
Those are some lightweight explosives.
Yeah.
This is so college.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What? Where'd those come from? Were those inside his Stone Cold vest?
Wow.
Let's go with yes.
What are they?
Ridiculous.
I just remembered he had one of the worst choreographed sword fights we've ever seen in the third one.
This is how we used to do jujitsu.
And then they dislocate my elbows.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why did he even drop the auto shotty?
Because he had to take his shirt off.
Right.
Fair point.
And bring out the real guns.
Dude, he's the best.
Oh!
Nobody would have survived that.
He doesn't know a lick of martial arts.
Oh, a spinning back fist though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Kidney shot.
He's doing the pause.
Liver shot.
Stay down!
What were the neck breaking sounds?
I forgot to say, stay down, bitch.
The guy was fine.
What?
He had the shotgun.
Okay.
How are you missing
Why did you need to do that?
from that range with the shotgun?
I don't know. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing
Yeah,
calisthenics?
he was done. That wasn't the last
It's
shot.
called dodging Aaron.
Gong. Gong is strong.
The gong.
The gong, 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 gong.
You went all Cisco on us.
Aaron's in the blathering incoherently stage.
I'm giving you so much to work with.
I love when a ninja goes.
This is so good.
Show of hands. Who wants to see Cisco in a ninja movie?
It's just in my hand. Oh shoot. That's really good. Yep.
We've seen that in 87 movies.
Yep.
He just killed 100 dudes. She's like,
She's into it. Oh, he got his girl. He got his girl.
Yeah, he did.
I'm so happy for you.
Nice.
this guy's in Pound Town.
There's are two dudes in that area. They're going to Pound Town.
I'll write you.
No, you won't.
I'll call you.
No, you won't.
Great.
I'll send the child support for the baby you put in you.
No.
No, you won't.
Wow.
Woo!
OCP was American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. So bad it's good.
Yes. Enjoyed all the fighting scenes, especially when they were on the beach and in that one club where I guess everybody hated Marines.
You like the fighting scene, so you like the entire movie.
Yes.
There's like 8 minutes of not fighting. Aaron?
Absolutely. For a movie, I'm always amazed at these movies that didn't have any boobs, not really a lot of blood, but yet we're like, oh, that's so good. So it's definitely a win. Steve James did a wonderful job. I'm glad he got his girl. And all the daytime ninjas are a winner.
All right.
This is just nonstop ninja action, and what's there not to like about that?
Nice to have you back there, RJ. We've got good most of the frame right here done. Now we just have all the other little accoutrements to add.
Don't take a break from this movie because you're going to miss a fight scene.
I took a piss and was like, how are they dragging a ninja behind a truck? They were inside a bar.
So yeah, this is nonstop. American Ninja gets the stamp.
Has Canon let us down?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I can't think of one time they've let us down. And once again, an absolute home run. I loved it. Yeah. Go through the American Ninja, trilogy.
This is an easy yes. Love this movie. Any combination or solo movie we have seen with Sam Furstenberg, Dudikoff, or Steve James has been an absolute home run. And if all three of them are together, Canon Films forever.
I wish people could see that. That was adorable.
Is in the most lovely looking blanket cocoon right now.
It's insane.
She's just going to emerge a butterfly here.
All right, let's see if that works.
And now I thought, well, let's go and give us all a little look at something else, because I've mentioned about how I lament that I did not know anything about the Sega Saturn growing up. I didn't even know that the Sega Saturn existed until years after Sega gave up doing any consoles. So for the sake of finally through the internet actually having known anybody that ever owned a Sega Saturn, I thought, well, let's go and give you all a little look at one video I found about a Sega Saturn attempt at having their own Resident Evil competitor, that being Deep Fear.
The late 90s was a golden age for the survival horror genre. Sure, it had its progenitors with games like Sweet Home on the NES or the Alone in the Dark series on PC, but it was 1996's Resident Evil that solidified the genre and brought it to the heights of critical and commercial success. Many imitators followed, with some of them, like Silent Hill, further pushing the boundaries of the genre and creating their own distinct identity. But, like Doom before it with first-person shooters, it was Resident Evil that would become synonymous with survival horror. Capcom created an instant classic by taking the then-current Japanese trend of mansion mystery stories and imbuing it with B-movie horror tropes. And for those who don't know, mansion mystery was a specific term used in Japanese media for mystery stories that were set in Western-style buildings. To those of us outside of Japan, you'd probably just think, yeah, well, that's just a mystery story, like an Agatha Christie locked room kind of thing. But in Japan, it felt very chic and exotic at the time, thus the coining of the mansion mystery phrase. Back to Resident Evil, though, the first game saw ports on the PC and the Sega Saturn in 1997, and with other developers jumping on the survival horror bandwagon, Sega felt a bit left out. Sure, they had more experimental fare on the Saturn with the likes of D and Enemy Zero, both of which I've covered in previous videos, but Sega lacked their own title in this newish genre of survival horror, and that's where Deep Fear comes in, Sega's answer to Resident Evil. Deep Fear.
And this does look like an interesting game. I do remember on the Dreamcast that there was the epic, I think it was one of those 2-disc games for Blue Stinger, which I remember actually really liking. Who else remembers Blue Stinger on the Dreamcast?
takes the mansion mystery format and adds dashes of science fiction and body horror. It's set on an underwater research facility owned by the US military and overrun with mutated crew members suffering from some sort of extraterrestrial infection. Where Resident Evil drew its inspiration from Night of the Living Dead and other zombie features, Deep Fear makes nods to John Carpenter's The Thing and James Cameron's The Abyss. Dubbed a Resident Evil clone on its arrival in 1998, Deep Fear...
The Abyss. The one time James Cameron had an original thought as a filmmaker, and it was the first time a movie of his bombed. Ouch.
was met with, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's no Resident Evil kinds of reviews. But now that we're 25 odd years outside of the Resident Evil clone mentality, maybe we can take a look at this game more on its own merits. Is it a lost treasure that deserves to be dredged up from the murky depths of the Saturn's library? Or is it a shipwreck, better left condemned to the dark reaches of Davy Jones's locker? Sorry, I let those ocean metaphors get a bit out of hand. Let's just talk about Deep Fear. Deep Fear is a third-person survival horror game developed by System Saycom, the same System Saycom that developed the first-person adventure game Lunacy for the Saturn, which I've also previously covered on this channel. In the case of Deep Fear, System Saycom had a little help from Sega's own internal CS2 development team. This was meant to be the Saturn's big exclusive entrance into the survival horror genre after all, so adding some extra oomph from its first-party devs was in Sega's best interest. Deep Fear released in the summer of 1998 in Japan and Europe only. Unfortunately, the game wouldn't see a North American release. By that time, Sega of America had ceased support for the Saturn, with Burning Rangers being the final first-party Saturn title.
I do believe that you can either like get physical copies of it online, or of course, through like Steam or whatever. If you want to play it on, I think it is available on Steam, so there is that.
Released for the platform in that territory, which is a shame. I mean, the Saturn was almost a failure right out of the gate in the US, with its bungled launch and numerous other issues in the territory.
Remember, look for Sega Saturn. It's out there.
And by 1998, it had been thoroughly bested in the console wars by the PlayStation and the N64. I am a huge Saturn fan, but I'm not naive enough to think that one game would have saved it. Especially not this one. But it would have been a nice addition to US Saturn owners' libraries. You gotta remember, Resident Evil 2 had just dropped in January of '98.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Pretty much solidifying the genre as a commercial and critical darling. But unlike the first Resident Evil, the sequel never got a Saturn port. So Deep Fear might have seen a little bit of sales success from Saturn owners thirsty for a survival horror outing on the dying system. But such was the way with the Saturn. So much missed potential. Anyway, Sega's first-party involvement in the development of the game brought a lot of big names onto Deep Fear's staff. Rieko Kodama was a co-producer. She'd worked as an artist on several of Sega's more celebrated Master System and Genesis titles, such as Alex Kidd in Miracle World, the Phantasy Star series, Altered Beast, Shadow Dancer, and the first two Sonic games. She was director of...
You did? You had that weird Saturn promo video? In case you wonder why, yes, good marketing can work, and bad marketing can sink even a great product. Terrible marketing can sink a great product. The Genesis, with that simple Genesis does what Nintendo don't. It worked. And then you have that weird shit for the Saturn. What the fuck? And then the opposite end of that, you had, in Japan, you had one of the greatest spokesmen of all time, Segata Sanshiro. One whom Sega actually brought back recently.
Phantasy Star 4 on the Genesis, and Magic Knight Rayearth on the Saturn. After these successful stints, she spent a few years in Sega management until she was put on the team for Deep Fear. She'd continue on in producer roles for the rest of her career, working on such projects as Skies of Arcadia for the Dreamcast and its GameCube port Skies of Arcadia Legends, as well as the Seventh Dragon series of games for handheld consoles. Sadly, she passed away in 2022, with Sega including a memorial message dedicated to her in the credits of the Genesis Mini 2. Kenji Kawai was the composer for Deep Fear, and here's a guy who's composed music for more popular anime than you can shake a stick at, including the original Ghost in the Shell films, the Patlabor films, Ranma Half, the Higurashi franchise, and so much more. His haunting orchestral style fits the overall mood of Deep Fear perfectly. Yasushi Nirasawa was monster.
And hello to Three Spikes Railroad here, as we are now in it should be the final stages of assembling this UH-1D, but now it's a matter of all kinds of little itty-bitty parts assembling onto the big part right here. So that's where the modeling glue comes in place. Now let's get this in place. But first we gotta get ourselves oriented properly. Oh, yes, whoa, Nelly. Starting with this area right here. And Three Spikes says, nice, I used to fly in one of those in the Forest Service. Oh, nice. Yes, this was, of course, this in particular was made famous through its use, really its first major American use being in the Vietnam War. So after having already just done a model for the USS Missouri last week, yes, I went and picked this one out, which will be fun. I also have on my Amazon wish list, I have one of them, a different model for the Nautilus. Yes, the first American nuclear submarine. Oh, Jesus. Spike says, I was a firefighter from the Angeles National Forest. Oh, well, if it's the type of national forest I'm thinking of, then yeah, you definitely, firemen get a lot of practice with how those burn, baby, burn. If you want to see what the USS Missouri looks like that I assembled, I've got it. Just got to scroll back a little in photos. And all right, we can go and share. Oh, wait, here's the button to push. There we are. That's what my finished USS Missouri looked like, fully painted after assembling and everything. This one, I'm not sure if this really would need to be painted, especially if it's, for like military style. But yes, everybody, welcome Three Spikes coming on in here. Welcome to the channel, and let's hope to yeah, nice work. Where there you can see all the little brushes I used, although those brushes are more used for gouache and for watercolor. So those brushes were a little more difficult for using the type of acrylic paint that is what's used for painting models. So I do have a few like little smaller, little like $1.99 acrylic figures that I went and did. I went and got from this local store called Whistle Stop Hobby and Toy Incorporated. They have like a whole veritable wall of like models like this, model kits for military vehicles to monster stuff like Frankenstein or the Mothman, and of course all that Mobile Suit Gundam as well, and of course a lot of Star Wars and Star Trek. Very, very nice. Now it's here to get this going and get this to be the big picture. It's not about the little details, it's about the big picture. And let's see if the glue's dried up enough that we can put this upside down. Yep. Got to be careful. Got to time it with these, with this modeling glue. Spike says, I saw something like that in a Hobby Lobby store once in Batavia, Illinois. Actually, there was a Hobby Lobby down the road. I do shop there sometimes for drawing supplies, and they also have a big selection of models, and I did see that Hobby Lobby had this there as well. But this one I got was a gift from Amazon, so that's how I wound up acquiring this one. So yeah, we're definitely coming along on this, baby. Now it's a matter of making sure the other ones get their place. And now, all right. Just got to make sure this goes in here. And then, where are we going? All right. Are you hearing those babies? You mean these babies? I asked my mummy where babies come from, and she said they came from the cave. And she's right. They do come from the cave. I like to throw them. I like to throw them. I have a steel fighter and bomber I finished not long ago. Oh, that's nice. Those would be those might be ones I might try out in the future. Those would definitely be interesting to try and assemble. But right now it's a matter of seeing what we can do right here. Oh yeah. Get that going. Come on, push on in. We can, or maybe we can just glue. Yeah, it would be better to go and just put just a bit of glue on here. All right, where are we going? Oh, come on. Gotta be careful with this. It's not really precision. All right, there we go. I like to throw them. You see that they do, the babies, they do come from the baby cave. I got this little plier right here. Oh yeah. Now I just got to hold it still until that glue dries out, and then do it with the other little knob. I use the fighter on my train layout, but the bomber is too big. Well, I don't have a train layout like that, so that is something I do to not have to worry about. But bomber be big, then hey, enjoy that bomber being big there. Okay, now we can go on to the second one here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like to throw them. And let's go and get more into this.
Designer, and you can find his artwork in the hugely successful Kamen Rider TV series. After his work on Deep Fear, he found more success in the world of gaming, creating concepts and designs for games such as Soul Calibur and Shin Megami Tensei 4, to name a couple of the more well-known ones. Miyazawa also isn't with us anymore, having passed away in 2016. The game's writer, Yuzo Sugano, also went on to work at Sony and wrote and directed the 2001 PS2 game Extermination, which shares some similarities with Deep Fear. So production-wise, Sega put together a stellar team. But what about the game itself? Before we jump into that, I want to give a quick shout out to the Dungeon Dwellers who support this channel on Patreon and through YouTube memberships. And they all get to watch videos early, get exclusive updates from me, and sometimes vote for what games I'll cover next. More polls are coming this year, by the way, I promise. If you'd like to join them, stick around till the end of the video to find out more. In Deep Fear, you take control of popular singer-songwriter John Mayer. No, sorry, that's mayor, as in a city elected official. Well, there goes my fantasy of playing a John Mayer video game. I mean, not that that was ever a real fantasy of mine or anything. Anyway, John Mayer is a safety instructor and former U.S. Navy SEAL who's stationed on board a research facility called the Big Table, which sounds like something straight out of a Kojima game. Emergency Rescue Service, John's employer, is one of several private corporations operating aboard the Big Table, which was originally constructed as an underwater fueling station for the military. However, due to budget cuts, parts of the facility were leased to civilian companies, including
medical industry,
a medical device manufacturer,
dynamic network,
a telecommunications company, and
Sea Farm,
an agricultural firm, thus turning it into an underwater research center. The game opens with a cutscene of a space capsule making re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. We then hear some radio chatter between military personnel who are sent out to recover this mysterious object.
Pacific Ocean. This is Rainbird. Eldridge, do you read? This is Eldridge. Floating object discovered. Thought to be part of the cage. Point EN17158.
The helicopters drop a location marker and radio for the Sea Fox, a naval submarine, to head up the recovery operation. Underlying this whole scene is Kenji Kawai's incredible score. This opening track really sets a tone. There's something so alien and off-putting about the choral elements combined with the driving percussion in this opening scene.
Just gotta let this dry. How long it takes to dry, I'm not sure, but it takes as long as you avoid any dry Hello, hello, hello to Forever Lost coming on in as now we're getting the landing gear on this baby. And of course, Forever, say hello to Three Spikes Railroad, introducing himself into the channel right here. Let's all make him feel at home, since this is his first time here in the chat. So everybody say hello to the gentleman. Everybody welcome him in. All right, there, just like that. As we're holding this baby upside down, so it'll dry up in place. Oh, crap, the door. Now, at this point, I'm just going to glue the door in place, even though the instructions tell me not to. My mommy says that the babies come from the cave, and they do come from the cave. They do come from the cave. I like to throw them. I like to throw them. Oh, oh. More babies, more babies, more babies.
At last, we catch a glimpse of the...
Well, as you can see, we're almost done. If we can get all these other little decals glued up on there, we'll be finished with it.
big table. And here, there's actually a time jump of a few months, but they did absolutely nothing here to indicate that the recovery of the space pod and the transition to this scene are taking place at different times. Documents later on indicate the space pod was recovered on January 5th, 1999, and the events of the game take place
on April 1st.
Anyway, we meet our main character, John, staring forlornly at a photo of a woman named Stella.
Stella.
Starbucks Refreshers Concentrate.
I promise you, so much more.
Chief!
So John's received a call from his emergency rescue service coworker, Mookie Carver, who ends up using a lot of baseball puns throughout, so I'm guessing he's named after Mookie Wilson, a major leaguer from the 80s and 90s. Anyway, Mookie tells John to meet him in the E-Pool area because another crew member, Sharon State, God, these names, is drowning. Right out of the gate, this game is very heavy on cutscenes. I'd say it's about 50% story, 10% combat, and 40% backtracking. But we'll get to that. Point is, you'll be watching a lot of cutscenes and be able to marvel at all the wonderful late 90s CG and the hilariously bad voice acting.
Chief!
I love it. You start out in John's room in the central control deck, or CCD area of Big Table. There's an open medical case in here where you can grab first aid sprays. There are 3 types of sprays in the game: blue, orange, and red, with each color restoring more health. You can hold 8 of each in your inventory. But here's the thing. These medical cases that you find, not only here, but in many other spots throughout the game, each hold infinite amounts of sprays that can be replenished at any time. There's also a part in the game fairly early on with a little secret where you can max out on all healing sprays. And this makes the game incredibly forgiving, to say the least. But anyway, John grabs all the sprays he can hold and heads down the ladder to find Mookie and Sharon. Turns out Sharon wasn't actually drowning. They were just playing a prank on John.
What's going on?
April Fools! Did you forget it's April Fool's Day?
You know, we don't have time for these fun and games.
John seems like the type of guy you could play the same prank on over and over and he'd fall for it every time.
What's going on?
Oh, and these line readings are just incredible.
The mood around the big table had been kind of stuffy lately, so I had to play a joke before going crazy.
What do you mean, stuffy?
You were just transferred here a week ago, so you may not have noticed, but it's been especially stuffy lately.
Stuffy around here. Stuffy how? You know, stuffy. Riveting conversation. So after setting up a few main cast members, we cut back to the Sea Fox submarine, the one that we saw recovering the crashed vessel in the opening. The crew is currently making preparations to leave on a mission.
Sea Fox, play ball. This time Mermaid may be waiting for you.
Yeah, I wish. If only they were real mermaids.
Yeah, definitely.
What? After this, something goes very wrong. There are gunshots, and the submarine crashes into the Navy area of the Big Table facility.
has crashed into the Navy area. Damage unknown.
John gets called to the control room.
I'd better go.
Gee, thanks for coughing all over us. Yeah, John's got a bit of a cold. Even in his idle animation, he sneezes when you let him stand still for too long. This becomes an important story detail later on, so it's actually a nice touch that they included this. In the control room, John meets up with Clancy Dawkins, commander of the Big Table, to get a rundown of the situation. And we're also introduced to Dubois Amalric, the designer of both the Sea Fox and Big Table.
I asked Dubois, the designer, to come too.
Oh, there's no problem with my CFOX system. No accident should have occurred. Oh!
Why? Why would they do this? Why? What? I think I'm broken.
Ooh!
So anyway, John's told that the Navy is sending SEAL Team 6 to help with the disaster, but they won't be arriving for a while. So Emergency Rescue Service needs to head to the Navy area and assess the damage. The top priority is to find a Dr. Weisberg and also connect the Navy area to the rest of the Big Table. You see, the entire Big Table facility is actually broken up into smaller segments that can be moved around and connected to each other. It's all part of Dubois' ingenious design.
Ooh!
John tells Mookie that they're heading to the Navy area and to get their vehicle, the Little Shark, ready.
An accident in the Navy area. We're the first to go in.
You mean we get to go in and check out the Navy secret weapons with our own eyes?
Hey, this is no joke, Mookie. You've got an important job to do. I'll fill you in later.
I thought John was going to hit him there. So the two of them head out to the Navy area.
All right, it's bad enough that you're not taking care of your kids. And every time I come here on this expedition, also, there's Rosie Perez who barges in to yell at you about when you're going to take care of your kids, all right? Holy hell, Mookie, you better help me with this and then take care of your kids. I'm tired of hearing Rosie Perez constantly yammering my fucking soul. Holy hell. Are all Puerto Rican that short-fused? I think Forever Lost is, I think already I know Forever's answer, which is yes.
And after arriving, Mookie just yoinks the key out of John's hand and runs off. So with Mookie out of the way, we gain control of John. We had control earlier, but exploring the Navy area is where most of the game mechanics come into play. First up, we've got tank controls, which should come as a surprise to absolutely no one. I think tank controls are fine. Sure, we've come up with more elegant solutions since the 90s, but once you get over the initial weirdness, it all starts to feel second nature. This is just how most older survival horror games controlled, so I really don't have much to say about this. Works well enough. By investigating this yellow box on the wall, John finds out that the oxygen circulation system aboard the Sea Fox is broken. And these boxes will be found throughout the game and also act as save points. But the oxygen circulation system brings us to Deep Fear's big twist on its survival horror gameplay. You'll notice that you have an HP bar in the top left. Self-explanatory. But above that is an air bar, and over on the right is a number that's counting down. This number is a measurement of how much oxygen is left in this particular room. If the number reaches 0, the air meter will begin to fall, and if this reaches 0, then you'll start losing HP. This will be a constant thing throughout the game, but the oxygen in areas can be restored at the yellow boxes. However, this first one in the Navy area is broken right now. So we're eventually going to have to fix it. There's a bit more to this mechanic, but we'll come back to it later. John catches up with Mookie at the elevator.
You're slow, Chief. I didn't think you were that old.
There's that hand that wants to hit again. When Mookie and John arrive at the next floor, they come across an injured Navy officer who hands John a gun and tells him to kill him. John's too slow on the draw, though, and the guy transforms into some kind of creature.
What's this?
Yes, they do. That's the look that Mookie had on his face when he saw that somehow, even at this base at the bottom of the ocean, Rosie Perez came in to yell at him about when's he gonna take care of you? When you gonna take care of your kids? If you don't know about when you're gonna take care of your kids, I will just show you what I mean by this. I will show you what's coming in. Just need to look for the right second. Like this.
Turn your radio down. You have to turn that down. We don't have any batteries.
Excuse me. Mookie, please want to take care of your kids, all right?
See? No, Mookie, no! The cautionary tale about that is simply that Mookie should have taken care of his kids. Because as many men out there would know, having a short-fused Puerto Rican girlfriend and or wife mad at you like this is far worse than any monster found on a base at the bottom of the ocean.
So, combat. Much like Resident Evil and other survival horror games that feature guns, you can ready John's weapon by tapping the R button, but here it's a toggle instead of a button that needs to be held. Also, John can walk and run with his weapon ready, giving him more mobility than most survival horror protagonists of the era. We've got our total amount of ammo in the bottom right corner, and the Glock handgun here holds 17 bullets in its magazine, which can only be reloaded automatically by John. There is no manual reload button. As you can probably imagine, this ends up putting you in some dicey situations. The handgun has pretty good stopping power early on, but we'll get some, emphasis on some, very few, more powerful weapons later, like a harpoon gun, an SMG, a shotgun, a Gatling gun, and, well, actually, that's pretty much it. There are more powerful variations of the pistol and shotgun, but yeah, not.
And yes, they are way worse. So just take care of your kids.
A large weapon selection. Though you do get some grenades, regular ones and stun grenades, the latter of which can help out with enemies that like to move erratically. There are also air grenades, which aren't used for combat, but can replenish a bit of oxygen in rooms that are low. Anyway, 4 shots from the handgun will drop the mutated Navy officer, and most humanoid enemies have this crawling animation, but there's no melee or stomp attack to finish them off, so you just have to put another bullet in them. There aren't that many enemy variations throughout the game either. There are different levels of these mutated humanoid enemies, and since there's an agricultural firm on board, we also get some mutated animals as well. There's also this huge bug-like enemy. There are only 2 in the whole game. They're probably the scariest monsters in Deep Fear, though. As I mentioned, some of them like to hop around or move in weird patterns, and it's a real bitch to aim manually. You should definitely go into the options menu and turn on the enemy search function. This allows you to press a button while your weapon is drawn, and John will quickly snap to the closest enemy. Trust me, you'll want this on after trying just a few minutes of combat without it. One last note on combat before we move on. Lots of enemies seem to have invincibility frames after taking damage, so be measured with your shots instead of mashing the fire button. Otherwise, you'll just be wasting ammo. After dealing with the mutated Navy officer, John heads to the nearby storage room and finds a distraught Mookie.
Let's go back, Chief! This is bad!
We haven't finished our mission. We have to save the doctor.
Please, no! You saw how that guy turned into a monster.
I'm just realizing this while watching the footage back, but Mookie sounds a lot like Butters.
Butters, we heard a rumor that you might have a little girlfriend? Sally Darson?
Oh, hell, Dad. I got lots of girlfriends. Sally's just my bottom bitch. Do you know what I am saying?
John gets a call from Clancy asking for an update, and after John tells him that one of the survivors turned into a monster, Clancy's just like, "A monster, you say? That's ridiculous." Anyway, don't forget to rescue the doctor and dock the Navy area. That's not suspicious at all. John tells Mookie to head to the docking area so they can begin connecting the Navy section to the rest of the big table. Also, these green lockers here are where you refill ammo for your weapons. There are no ammo pickups in Deep Fear. You find clips and magazines that can expand the total amount of bullets you can carry for each weapon.
RJ was saying, I was thinking like a bad impression of Michael Jackson, but I can hear it, yeah. And of course, don't forget about how I was reminded recently of, if you remember, one of the games on the Sega Dreamcast I do remember the most fondly is Ready to Rumble Boxing. And there was a Ready to Rumble sequel that also, if you went and beat the game in the champion course on hard, you could then unlock the ability to play Michael Jackson, which was voiced and motion captured by Jackson himself, but speaking in a lower voice than the usually he was known for. Did anybody ever actually get the beat Ready to Rumble around 2 so that then they could go and replay as Michael Jackson?
But these lockers will refill all ammo for all weapons to full. They're found in every storage room, and there are a bunch of storage rooms throughout the facility. So yeah, ammo management is never really a thing you need to worry about in Deep Fear. If you're ever running low, you can always hit up a storage room and just refill completely. Convenient? Yes. Tension breaking in a horror game? You betcha. The infinite ammo combined with the infinite healing items that I talked about before make this game a cakewalk. Enemies hit pretty hard, but you can always pause and heal from your near endless supply of first aid sprays. And the game doesn't have any difficulty settings, so this is it. Anyway, Mookie hands over the key he stole earlier and gets ready to start docking while John goes to find Dr. Weisberg. On the way, I got ambushed and killed by an enemy who fell from the ceiling as I was running by. And this is where I learned, the hard way, that you can mash B to break free of an enemy grab. Enemies can kill you surprisingly quickly if you get grabbed. In the next room, John finds Dr. Weisberg and gets a flash of Stella, the woman from the photograph in the beginning of the game, which, I mean, I don't really know why. The doctor doesn't really look like the woman from the photo, and they never expand on this little scene here. So, I don't know. There's also a chimpanzee. You can actually hear it making sounds from the other side of the door before you enter this room. Now that Dr. Weisberg has been found, Mookie docks the naving area with the rest of Big Table. The monkey runs off, and we get introduced to Danny Reynolds, the foreman of the underwater fueling facility.
Whoa, your boyfriend? Just kidding.
Dr. Weisberg goes to meet with Commander Clancy while Mookie and Danny head down to park the Little Shark. On the way to Clancy's office himself, John runs across Dubois, and I will never get over his voice.
John, it's a facility check. I have this strange feeling.
That doesn't sound too good.
Oh, definitely. It's from the air unit area. It's
The voice actor sounds like what would happen if Nathan Lane tried to impersonate Mrs. Doubtfire. Nathan Lane on ecstasy impersonating Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello! Oh, now you have your cream and your sugar, dear. It was a drive-by fluting. As a flute, I would know.
howling at the top of its lungs. I wonder if it's wearing down.
The actor's voice is cracking, trying to keep it that high. Back on the Sea Fox, we see one of the dying crew members activate the missile silos. In Clancy's office, Dr. Weisberg has just finished briefing the commander on events in the Navy area and heads back to her room in the medical industry section. And John is understandably a bit upset about witnessing a man transform into a monster.
A human being turning into a creature? What's going on in the Navy area?
What goes on in there is top secret. I'm afraid I can't answer your questions, but I will say this. The Navy has nothing to do with the creatures.
But...
Anyway, a SEAL team has been called in for the rescue. Until they arrive, the Navy area will be sealed off.
Just then, Clancy gets a call and tells John to meet him at the control deck. And here we can talk a bit about actually navigating your way around this game world. I've already mentioned the fact that different private companies and the Navy own and operate different sections of the facility. But beyond that, there are maintenance areas, bathrooms, living quarters, places you'd expect to see in this type of environment. The developers designed the Big Table as a fairly believable space. Believable as far as the average gamer is concerned anyway. I'm sure there are engineers out there who could tell us why an underwater facility designed this way wouldn't work. But there's enough effort here to make it work for a game. There's a realism and logic to the way things are laid out. And that's impressive. The mid-90s were a time when some developers were really thinking about the layouts of their game settings and attempting to make level design feel less gamey. Resident Evil achieved this with its mansion setting, and then of course the streets of Raccoon City and the police station from the opening of RE2. But then, you've got different keys to open doors represented by suits of playing cards, but that's a whole other thing. The point is the layout. And other games strive for this kind of believability before Resident Evil, especially early ImSims on PC. There is, however, a huge drawback to this more realistic design philosophy, and that's the backtracking. Now, a lot of survival horror games have some form of backtracking. You're running back and forth all over that mansion in RE1. But the difference is, the Spencer mansion is more compactly designed. Whereas in Deep Fear, the Big Table is comprised of long hallways, elevator rides, and rooms where you need to pass through other rooms to get where you're going. There are no clever shortcuts. A lot of the design of the environment has you heading deep into a particular area.
Hello to Nick right here in the chat as we are now adding all these little accoutrements onto our beloved little area right here known as the UH-1. Oh, yes. How? Because, well, why not? As we are getting ready to rumble. Let's get 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 ready to rumble. If you remember Ready to Rumble boxing, and of course know how Ready to Rumble 2 you can fight as Michael Jackson. But then there's also Deep Fear for the Sega Saturn. The Sega Saturn's attempt to compete with Resident Evil.
To grab a key item, and once you've accomplished that, you'll have to double back to use that item in the area where you found out you needed it. And this happens with almost every little mission you're sent on throughout the game. The beginning of Disc 2 is especially egregious in this regard, and I'll talk about that more when we get to it. I guess this is what it would be like if you had to move through an underwater facility designed this way, but it doesn't make for the most engaging exploration, especially later when it can take you upwards of 5 to 10 minutes to return to an area after finding a key item, with maybe just 1 or 2 enemy encounters on the way. And all that serves to do is slow you down since, as I mentioned, there's no need to worry about running low on ammo. It honestly makes the game feel kind of boring to play a lot of the time. It's very easy to get lost, too. The environments don't do a lot to differentiate themselves, which again goes with the strive for realism in the design, but doesn't help with navigation. You get an auto map that you have access to at all times that will show you what rooms you've been to and where you are currently, but there are no indications of what the rooms on the map are. So when Clancy says to meet him in the control deck, you don't know where that is, especially this early on. So you'll most likely spend a few minutes popping in and out of rooms trying to find the right one. I gotta give credit where credit's due though. I like the pre-rendered backgrounds in Deep Fear. They're filled with detail. Desks with scattered paperwork, lab equipment, charts, notes on walls. I love the era of pre-rendered backgrounds, so all of this just adds to the atmosphere and piles on the charm. Also worth noting is that most of your time spent exploring features no background music, just the ambience of the facility. Footsteps clanging on metal grates and tapping on tile floors, water dripping from pipes somewhere in the background. Music typically only pops up in cutscenes, boss fights, and more tense moments. Much like the level design though, this is kind of a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, I like the immersiveness of it, but on the other, I mean, come on, you've got Kenji Kawai doing music for your game. Make use of his genius. Anyway, when we finally reach the control deck, we learn that a torpedo is about to be launched from the Sea Fox, and it has a sonar tracking device, so an announcement is made for everyone to be very, very quiet.
It's been launched!
What the fuck did we just say? But this idiot yelling doesn't even matter because the air unit area of the big table is making noise and the torpedo is locked onto its position.
Safety system was on. That was close. But the air system isn't working. The pressure's dropping.
Shit, dude, it's an emotional roller coaster with you.
Commander, the Sea Fox missile hatch is... What? This is an ROV picture. The Poseidon could be launched at any moment. Someone is operating it from inside.
My God. There are 2 control keys on board the Sea Fox that are needed to deactivate the launch, but SEAL Team 6 hasn't arrived yet. And this is where we find out that John used to be a SEAL Team 6 member.
Mayor, you were a SEAL Team 6 member, right? Didn't you have training in decoding nuclear missile launches?
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, we don't have any.
And yes, for those who came in late, the character you play as in this game, his name is John Mayer. I am not joking. So there's a massive detriment to the game, getting any kind of cult reevaluation.
Time. Get aboard the Sea Fox and take care of the situation. Go now!
But...
Yes, I believe that this stuttering Stanley used to be a member of one of the most elite forces in the U.S. military.
But...
Clancy hands John a weapon card that allows him to go to the storage room and pick up a submachine gun, which is absolute garbage, so don't even bother with it. Mookie has returned with the little shark, but John tells them they need to head out again, this time to the Sea Fox. When they arrive at their destination, Mookie stays put and John goes in alone. He immediately runs across a sick man in the hallway who tells John to find an air regulator to help him breathe in places with no oxygen. A little further down the hall, John witnesses another man suffocate to death. And here we find a yellow box that recharges the air. Should have just held on for a few more seconds, but he's got a Sea Fox key on him, so we'll be taking that. This unlocks the bunk room, which allows us to grab the air regulator and the harpoon gun. The harpoon gun is automatically equipped in underwater areas and is the only weapon you can use in those environments. The air regulator allows John to enter flooded areas and areas with poison gas. It also slows air meter depletion in rooms that are out of oxygen. John will put it on automatically whenever he enters rooms where he needs to use it, which is good, but it can also leave you open to enemy attacks at times. Whenever you use the regulator, your air bar will stay at whatever level it was at when you take it off, but it can be recharged to full at certain yellow boxes. John puts out a fire with a fire extinguisher grenade that we picked up, and this is just a story-specific item. There are no other fires in the game. John heads up the ladder and finds Dallas Silver, the Sea Fox's captain, who tells him that he has one of the control keys needed to stop the torpedo launch, but John will need to go get the other one from a safe inside the officer's quarters. So, fetch quest time. The captain hands over the key to the safe, but it also needs a passcode, which is found on the dog tags of a charred corpse in the room where John used the fire extinguisher grenade. When John heads back to place the control key, a transformed Captain Dallas drops from the hatch and we fight our first boss battle. By now, you've probably stocked up a good supply of grenades, so tossing a few and using the handgun should take him down quickly.
And also, Captain Dallas, a bit of an on-the-nose alien reference.
She's been missing for 8 years. What was our daughter doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Still nothing. John grabs the other control key off the captain's corpse and manages to stop the torpedo launch.
What?
Wow. The Sea Fox is now slipping off the edge of the underwater cliff it's resting on, so John needs to escape through the open torpedo bay. Haha, can't get me when I'm in the middle of a ladder climbing animation. As John escapes out into the open ocean, Mookie comes to the rescue.
I guess I'm not as young as I used to be. The blast tank burst.
A sad ending for the Sea Fox. Millions of dollars down the drain.
Spoken like a true corporate shill, Mookie. The CCD area has been locked down, so they need to head around to the medical industry section. The sick guy from earlier is also on board with them, and ugh, what them fingernails do though. Okay, well, I think this is a good time to break for spoilers, so if you want to check out Deep Fear on your own, skip to this time or use the chapter select to get my final thoughts. If you want to listen to me spoil the rest of the game's story though, just keep watching. Okay, everybody good? Made your decision? I'm just stalling in case you're watching with captions on so they don't pop up and spoil it before you have a chance to click away. This is your last chance. And so Mookie fucking eats it.
That was his ultimate punishment for not taking care of his kids.
Ah, Mookie, my boy, they did you dirty. The little shark goes down, and John says a line here, but they didn't bother to add anything in the English voiceover. I think he just says Mookie's name. And of course, the thing that killed Mookie survived.
What killed him was Rosie Perez.
The way they hyped this up, I thought it was going to be another boss fight, but it's just a normal enemy. After entering the medical industry area, John gets a call from Clancy telling him the SEAL team has arrived. He needs to return to the CCD area, but there's a pesky laser security system blocking the path through one of the storage rooms that leads back there. John meets up with a scientist who tells him that making some insecticide spray will allow them to see the laser beams, which are on the fritz and can be passed through when they flicker off. None of you guys have like a cigarette or some talcum powder? We need to make a goddamn poisonous insecticide? After grabbing the chemicals, John takes them back to the room with the scientist to mix them. And this is really the only thing that could actually be considered a puzzle in the game, but it's more like an annoying little mini game. You need to press the buttons for chemical A to stop it on the right number, and then do the same for chemical B. It's kind of frustrating. I kept stopping it like one number short. If you mess up, nothing happens. You just have to try again. Now, you could just make the insecticide right away, but if you fiddle with some other number combinations, you can make infinite supplies of the 3 healing items in the game. I did this for a full stock of each healing item, and these pretty much carried me through the rest of the playthrough. Using the insecticide in the storage room fills it with poison gas, but John's got an air regulator, so no problem. Now he can see the lasers and make it to the other side of the medical center, where he meets up with Dr. Weisberg again. She reveals that she's been studying the creature cells. They devour the host cells and multiply until the host begins to mutate.
Right. This cell transforms into other living things and copies their original characteristics. I've never seen anything like this.
I've seen it. A human turning into a creature.
The transforming cell eats the original cells at a high speed and eventually takes over the body.
Is there anything that can stop it? It must have a weak point.
Something has to be done, but there isn't enough data.
Are you done?
Sorry. I have had this cold since last night.
Ugh, God, dude, get a fucking tissue. Dr. Weisberg is intrigued by the fact that John's been attacked by the creatures but has no sign of transformation. She draws some blood to run some tests.
I'll let you know the results. And what are you going to do?
I have to get back to the CCD area.
The what area?
The CCD area.
Okay, but to get out of this area, you have to go through the net lock system.
And how do I do that?
You need the help of an MI area researcher. If you could operate the air system, I could help you. But we can't go out because there's no air.
Right. Oh, what about the chimpanzee?
Anthony? I can't find him. I'm worried.
I love that the chimpanzee's name is Anthony. So John goes and fixes the air system, and when he returns to Dr. Weisberg, she tells him that he doesn't have any parasite cells in his blood, but he does have the common cold. After running some tests on lab mice, she's found that the parasite doesn't attack hosts that are infected with another virus. So this whole time John's been coughing and sneezing has actually served a story purpose, which is pretty neat. Weisberg also reveals that the parasite cell is weak to oxygen, so if they keep the oxygen levels high, the parasite cells will weaken. This is a nice tie to gameplay in theory, but the game doesn't really do anything interesting with it. It would have been neat if enemies were stronger, or you found stronger variations in low oxygen areas, and then when you recharge the oxygen levels, they get weaker, but unfortunately, it never does anything like that. Weisberg uses the retinal scanner to unlock the apartments area of the big table for John. Then she stays behind to continue her research, and they share a little moment before parting.
Thanks for everything.
You're welcome, Dr. Weisberg.
Call me Gina.
Okay, Gina.
As John enters the apartments, there are some weird cocoon creatures on the ceiling that drop and attack, but they...
This is a survival horror game that was on the Sega Saturn called A Deep Fear. Yeah, I heard about it from this one channel I watch here and there, and then wound up coming across this video from this different channel that's all about... This was the Sega Saturn's attempt to have its own game to compete with Resident Evil.
get taken out by a sniper on the second floor, in a scene that's oddly similar to Janine King's introduction in Blue Stinger, another Sega survival horror game.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for saving me. Who are you?
Wouldn't it be polite if you told me your name first?
You're right. I'm John Mayer, ERS.
Rescue squad? How do I know you're not a creature?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm coming down. Do I look like a monster?
In a way, yes.
John, such a charmer. This is Anna Lawrenson, a diver that works for Dynamic Network. She tells John that the CCD lock is broken, so he'll need to torch the panel and rewire it. When he asks where he can find a torch, she tells him to find it himself because she's busy looking for Rambo.
Rambo?
A bulldog, my companion. I usually let him roam around here. If something happens, he usually returns right away. But in these conditions, I'm worried. So I don't have time to talk.
If we grab a hamburger from the cafeteria, we can use it a little later on to befriend Rambo.
Nick says, I gotta go. Thanks for the encrypted package. Luke, have fun on the rest of the stream, everyone. You're very much welcome. Everybody wish Nick a good rest of the night. And also, yes, everybody has, I looked through the USPS watching the tracking, and everybody received their copy of issue 3 of Encrypted, which is absolutely positively great because yes, we were able to make issue 3 ship on time, arrive on time, and now just in time for when issue 4 launches for pre-order on Friday.
My God, that dog model. Anna's so happy that John's found Rambo, she tells him that the torch is in the Dynamic Network area. Of course, she knew this the whole time, so she was just fucking with him earlier. But as consolation, she hands over a spare key. In the apartment area, you also find your first videotape, or VTR as they're called in-game. One of the rooms on the second floor allows you to view them, but they're not really anything special. I think there are only 2 of them in the whole game. The first is a wireframe of Big Table, and the other is a wireframe of the Sea Fox submarine. But for completion's sake, I figured I'd mention them. Inside Dynamic Network, we find Ken Fujiyama, one of the most superfluous characters I've ever encountered in a video game.
Have you come to save me?
Yes, but I have to return to the CCD area. For that, I need your torch.
Excuse me, but I can't trust you because you might be a monster. Let's make a deal.
A deal?
You want this torch, I'll give it you. In return, give me something I can use.
I don't have any money.
John, he's not a bum, he's Japanese. So Fujiyama sends John on a fetch quest to get some data off of a computer, and in return, he'll hand over the torch. Once you complete this task for him, he disappears, never to be seen again. Seriously, I don't know how this guy got out of the facility, but he's never seen or mentioned again. He was just a roadblock because the developers didn't want you to just pick up the torch. Back in the apartments, John uses said torch to open the panel, rewire the door, and return to the CCD area. The SEALs have arrived, and John goes to Clancy's room to get the lowdown on the current situation. In here, we meet Colonel McCoy.
Long time no see, John.
Colonel McCoy.
You know each other.
He was one of my men. One of the best. I didn't know that you were hiding here. I thought you were done with the ocean after that day.
So it seems McCoy and John have some kind of history, but Clancy interrupts before we can learn anything more about it. McCoy and Clancy are heading into a planning meeting, and civilians aren't allowed, so John is left out. Back in his own room, Sharon is waiting.
Mayor, you're safe. I was so worried.
Yeah, I'm all right. But Mookie, it's because I wasn't there.
Actually, you were standing right outside the sub. Sharon seems like she's about to make some sort of confession, but before she can, Gina enters.
What's the matter, Gina?
Mayor, I got kind of scared, so I came here.
Oh
boy, a threesome.
This is Dr. Weisberg, the MI area lead researcher.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sharon State.
Nice to meet you too. Mayor, you don't look too happy.
Yeah, I met someone I didn't want to meet.
What?
Colonel McCoy, my former commander. I was in a lot of special missions under him. The team almost got wiped out once, but because of his actions and bravery, we were saved. I just barely survived. Anything was possible with Colonel McCoy. But that day, Stella, Colonel McCoy's younger sister, I killed her. She was my fiancée.
Do you want to tell me about it? You shouldn't keep it locked up inside. Mayor, you saved me before. Now it's my turn to help you.
I think I'm in the way, so I'll leave.
Don't just give up, Sharon. Never gonna get that threesome. So John tells Gina the story of how Stella died.
First day off in a while. The weather was pretty nice. There was a storm coming, but I was confident in my yachting skills, and I ignored Colonel McCoy's warning. I took Stella out on the ocean. The yacht was swept into the storm. To a storm, the yacht was like a leaf in the wind. Stella was thrown out into the ocean. I tried to save her. There was nothing I could do. And only I survived. Colonel McCoy said nothing to me. That made it even worse. I couldn't handle the guilt, and I left the team.
Oh,
Even if I want to forget it, I can't.
it'll take time. As time passes, you'll come to understand each other, I'm sure.
Mr. Brown, man! Come to my room quickly! It's terrible!
Oh my god, Dubois, you sure know how to kill a moment. Or punctuate it, I don't know which. So this high-talking motherfucker is eavesdropping on the planning meeting. He's put a hidden camera in the conference room. The SEAL team's plan is to put the monsters in the air unit, somehow.
Let's show those monsters what SEAL are made of. Let's get moving. Get the gondola ready.
The gondola?
Oh, they're full of it, those Navy muscle heads, shutting me out and starting this mess.
God, that voice, I'll never get over it. Dubois explains the obvious, that it's really dumb to fight the monsters in the air unit. You know, the thing that supplies oxygen to the entire facility. Setting aside all the joking, it really is unbelievable how dumb this plan is. What kind of elite special operations team would come up with something so stupid? So Dubois says they need to tell Clancy that this plan could not only cause the big table to lose all oxygen, but it could also cause a blowout that would impact the Navy ships sitting on the surface above.
Commander, recall the SEAL team at once.
Why?
If the area unit is damaged in the battle, the air pressure will explode the big table. You must call them back.
Oh, damn.
Nobody but Dubois thought of that. Clancy tries to contact the SEAL team, but the signal doesn't go through. So he sends John to call.
Exactly. 3 Spike. Lots of work. Lots of it. Also, and hello to Donnie.
Them back. Apparently, the SEALs have locked the door to the docking area where the gondola is, and we run into Danny. As he's futilely kicking at the door, trying to get it open, John uses the key card he just got from Clancy and unlocks it.
Wow, it opened. What? You were here?
Before heading to the gondola, we can go visit Sharon. She's in the sea farm area with the dolphin.
John? Sorry, I was half asleep.
You must be tired. How's it going?
The work is good, but I can't sleep at night.
Are you in love?
What?
Of course not. John, this dolphin likes me a lot.
It's good to be liked by everybody.
Who ever said that? Okay, whatever. Fucking wasting my time. John runs back to the docking area where Danny has the gondola ready.
The gondola is back in place.
And he rides it out to the air unit area where the SEALs are just shooting at the walls. But the music in this cutscene is great, so I'm just going to let it play. John arrives to find the SEAL team members dead, and he's got no qualms about patting down their bodies for supplies. In the room where he disengages the locking mechanism, there's a guy that is clearly still alive, but John doesn't even bother to interact with him. Well, I've done what I came here to do. See you, buddy. There's a little jump scare in this hallway as a body falls from the ceiling. What a tragic end. He bled to death. Oh, is that all? In the air storage room, we face off against the game's second boss, this little jumpy rat fucker. Stun grenades help to hold it in place for a bit so you can blast it with the shotgun. After that's taken care of, John notices a bomb on the ground attached to the air supply. He's got 3 minutes to get the hell out, and that's more than enough time. I also like how this intense music pauses for the elevator cinematic. John gets back on the gondola, as the bomb explodes, destroying the air unit and sending a huge blast up to where the Navy ships are sitting. So John not only failed to stop the SEALs, he also failed to stop their plan of blowing up the air unit area. Great job. It's pretty cool how they show the jet being crushed by the water pressure. That's a nice detail. The jet narrowly misses the main big table facility, but it crashes into the energy unit area, knocking out all power.
Our electric cable has been cut!
Gee, you think? The base switches over to reserve power, and John returns in the gondola. Danny tells him that Colonel McCoy returned covered in blood, but before John can find out where he went off to, he gets called by Clancy back to the CCD area. And this brings us to the end of Disc 1.
Under a moon so bright, King Bear soaked in his kingdom and wished it all good.
Disc 2 begins with John making his way to the control deck, where Clancy waxes philosophical about the view and his past.
I spent most of my life in a submarine, but the government looks at one mistake and cuts me off from my dreams by locking me up in this ocean floor prison.
One mistake?
Oh, one of the submarine missiles I launched hit a passenger ship.
Oh, is that all? So Clancy curses the military for banishing him to the big table for accidentally sinking a passenger ship with a missile. It was an honest mistake.
Why does bad luck seem to follow me around?
Yeah, why don't you try asking that to all those innocent people that you killed on that passenger ship, huh? Turns out the energy unit area is about to melt down on account of being hit by a jet. And Clancy says the only option for escape is to use the SEAL's DSRV. So he tells John to gather all the survivors while Clancy gets the vehicle ready. When John tells Danny that everyone is evacuating, Danny says he doesn't want to leave because he doesn't trust Clancy. He also reveals that Clancy sinking that passenger ship wasn't an accident. And he knows this because he was the sonar officer who warned Clancy that the passenger ship was approaching. John just brushes the whole thing off, though.
Anyway, get ready to escape.
And Danny suddenly changes his mind about escaping. That was easy. John is also trying to get to the energy unit area to get to Dubois, who went down there to assess the situation. But to do that, he needs to head back through the sea farm area. Then Danny notices the torch John is carrying.
Wait, what have we here? A torch. With this, I can torch the airlock door. Can I borrow this?
Sure.
Leave the area lock up to me, is what I'd like to say, but this is out of gas.
Jesus Christ. So now we need to head back to Sea Farm to get some fuel for the torch for Danny, which means heading back through the CCD area where we just were when we were talking to Clancy. In Sea Farm, we run into Sharon again, who gives us the passcode to the elevator to the energy unit area, but she also wants to set the dolphin free.
Then we have to set this child free.
Will it take long?
Yes, because the power's out. The sequence is complicated and I have to go to the control room.
Hurry!
Will you just shut the fuck up and set this dolphin free? So John heads through Sea Farm. There's a cow down there too. Okay. John uses the code Sharon gave to access the elevator, but the elevator isn't working. Of course. But in the storage room nearby, John finds the fuel for the torch, and now we need to take that back to Danny. So back through C Farm, through CCD, back to the apartments, up to the floor where Danny's standing in front of the door. Here's your stupid fuel, asshole. You couldn't have gone and grabbed it yourself? This whole jog back and forth took almost 10 minutes, and there were only 2 enemies along the way. Danny says since the C Farm elevator's not working, the only way to access the energy unit area is by walking on the ocean floor. And for that, we'll need something called a big gym suit, a diving suit. Luckily, John's already met a diver who can help him out with that. Danny fixes the door, so now we can access the dynamic network area. Then he gets all sentimental.
I have a favor to ask, John. If you see Anna, could you tell her that she doesn't need to act so macho? She's cute if she's quiet.
Tell her yourself.
This whole thing's so fucked up.
If I could, I wouldn't be asking you.
Okay, I'll tell her.
John's such a pushover. When we find Anna in her room, John relays the message.
I have a message from Danny. He says, you don't need to act so macho. You're cute if you're quiet.
That rude geek.
Good for her. So then John asks about the big gym diving suits, and Anna tells him to follow her to the other room where they're kept. One of them is missing, though, probably taken by Dubois, and the second one doesn't have an air tank. So guess what? Fetch quest time. The air tank is in this flooded room inside a locked compartment, but because of the water pressure, it can't be opened. And we can't drain the water because there's a slash in the wall. We need to investigate both the slash in the wall and the compartment before returning to Anna and telling her the room is flooded. She then says to visit Danny in his room in the apartments and ask about the gum gun device to seal the leak. If we don't go back and talk to Anna first, though, Danny's room will be locked and we can't get in. And all of this involves lots of hallways, elevator rides, and door transitions, since the room with the air tank is on a different floor than the big gym room where Anna is. John enters Danny's apartment and examines a photo on his desk.
That's my family.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snoop.
It's okay. I was supposed to be on that with my family. You don't get to see your family for several months when you're on a submarine. Family.
So Danny was supposed to go on a tour with his
family,
but an emergency call forced him to the big table. He didn't hear about the accident that killed his wife and daughter until 2 months later when he returned to the surface. After that, he quit the military, but somehow he couldn't stay away and got a civilian job on the big table working as the foreman in the docking area. This also reunited him with Clancy, whom he had worked with as a sonar officer during the passenger ship incident. But anyway, Danny tells John the gum gun is in the Navy area, so looks like we're heading back there now. If we go to check on Anna first, we find her in her room shivering. All she asks is if we found the gum gun yet. Oh no, is Rambo shivering too? Don't you die on me, dog. So we go and meet Danny, head down to the Navy area, grab the gum gun, return to the apartments, then to the dynamic network area and to the flooded room. John uses the gum gun to seal the slash in the wall, and I don't think they could have found a more stock sounding effect for this. Now, John can go down to the second floor, refresh the air system, and then head back up to the third floor, where the room that was just flooded will now be drained of water, allowing him to open the compartment where the air tank for the big gym is kept. I'm getting lightheaded. The backtracking in this game really wears on you, and the whole first half of the second disc is so mind-numbing because of it. Back downstairs to attach the air tank to the big gym, and we need a diver's license to get the suit free from its bindings. So let's go check on Anna again.
Come here, Rambo. What's the matter?
Uh-oh.
Why are you so scared? Oh, don't bark so much. I've got you.
What's wrong?
John, my body feels strange. Could you turn on the light?
You're incredible.
Make me big again now.
I am working.
After the fight with Anna, John grabs the license from her corpse. And we can't even take Rambo with us? What are we going to do? Just leave him there? Damn it. John uses the license car on the big gym suit, and now we can finally cross the ocean floor. But, whoop, Anna's still alive. Man, I sure hope Rambo's okay. So walking on the ocean floor sounds like a really cool thing. I was imagining a semi-open underwater area, but in reality, it's just a short caged-in hallway with these fucking barracudas nipping at you. And don't even bother trying to shoot them with the little harpoon gun on the Big Jim's arm. They're like impossible to hit. They only do damage to the Big Jim's oxygen supply, and this area is really small anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's just an annoyance. In the energy area, John meets up with Dubois.
Oh, Mayor, I hurt my leg. I can't walk by myself. I have a favor to ask.
What?
The meltdown is caused by heat combustion. That fallen Harrier broke a pipe and the cooling water isn't getting to the energy chamber. I think it'll return to normal if the coolant starts flowing again.
And?
It won't budge. You should be able to open the coolant tank valve from here.
What can be done?
The only way is to go to the coolant tank and open the valve manually. Can you do it?
Yeah, I'm a big, strong dude. The valves won't budge because they're all gunked up with God knows what that is. So Dubois suggests blowing up the main coolant tank instead. To do that, John needs to go to the explosive storeroom and grab some C4. Fetch quest time. Get in the Big Jim, get eaten by barracudas, and use the code Dubois just gave to enter the storeroom. Inside is Colonel McCoy, looking a bit worse for wear.
Colonel McCoy?
Stay where you are! Listen from there. The time I have left is short.
No.
Yes. My body is being taken over by a creature.
He says that like it's just a rash or something. Slap some cream on it, clear that right up. So McCoy forgives John and gives him his gun that seems to float over to John's foot through some kind of paranormal means.
It's a Colt. M1991A1. It's from my father's generation. The pride of a strong America.
Did he just fart?
The pride of a strong America.
As John leaves the storeroom in the big bulky gym suit, McCoy sets off the explosives. They play this up as a big emotional scene, but all I could think was, God, I hope this explosion kills these goddamn barracudas. In an act of mercy, though, the game sets you back in the energy unit area where you need to go. The Big Jim is out of order, though, damaged by the blast. After John sets the C4 on the coolant tank, he returns to Dubois, who doesn't look so hot.
The last thing to do is to escape. John, can I push the detonator? The building is like my child. I have to do it.
It's all yours.
You fucking weirdo. So Dubois hits the button and blows the coolant tank, flooding the overheating energy area with water. A tunnel leads back to the big table from here, but Dubois stays behind since he knows he's done for.
I've made up my mind, John. Get out of here. I don't want to hurt you. I will open the tunnel door for you with the remote. But hurry and go. John, you're a real man.
Why? And John's just like, yeah, okay, buddy. Dubois transforms, and as John makes his way through the tunnel, he's attacked by him. He hangs from the ceiling and moves pretty fast, but he stops every now and then, and the tunnel is pretty long, so you got plenty of space to fight. This isn't the end, though. In the flooded area beyond, Dubois attacks again, and you have to fight this awkward underwater battle. Dubois is more mobile than John is, so it's better just to stand still and space out your harpoon shots. He'll scream like a bitch and float to the top when he dies. This tunnel leads to the sea farm area, where John runs into Sharon again. She couldn't move the last lever to open the dolphin tank, so John, who according to Dubois is a
real man,
pulls the thing, and Sharon runs off to set the dolphin free, but immediately gets attacked by the cow that was in here that's now mutated.
Be careful. The dolphins. Please save them.
Come on, Sharon. Let's go back to land together.
When you get back,
What?
would you have an ice cream with me?
Of course.
Oh my god, these line deliveries. This cow really packs a punch, too. Once you take it down, you can check Sharon's body for the key to her room. There's not much in here, but you can read her diary where she writes about how much she loves John. There's also this. Among the pictures of the dolphins, there's a picture of myself. I don't know why, this just made me laugh really hard when I first stumbled across it. It's just so silly. Last thing to do in Sea Farm is honor Sharon's dying wish and free the dolphin.
Go! Or Sharon's life will be wasted.
It is a Sega game, so you can't imagine that that is just Echo the Dolphin right there.
That's it? John just comes in and yells at it? I thought we had to open a hatch or something. Back in the docking area, John runs into Gina and Anthony.
Are we clear from the meltdown danger?
Yes, but I couldn't save everyone.
I think you're doing wonderful, John.
You do know that pretty much everyone he's been sent to rescue or has interacted with has died, right?
Damn, I think I caught a cold.
Oh, now Danny's fucked up, and Anthony is freaking out. Gina leaves to take Anthony back to the rescue services room, but before she goes, she reveals that the parasite cells are evolving. Danny says he's heading off to the Navy area while John goes to CCD. When he gets to the E-pool, he finds Commander Clancy inside the SEAL team's DSRV, escaping on his own. He also finds Gina, who was knocked down by Clancy in his haste to escape.
Wait, Clancy! What do you mean?
He can't hear you, Johnny boy. Clancy's escape doesn't last too long, though.
I can't end my days here. I need to get back at the people in Washington who treated me like a criminal. The survivors. I can't let them live.
Man, he's just really beating on him, isn't he? Yeah, get him. So that's the end of Clancy. Danny calls John and tells him to come back to the docking area. When John gets there, Gina is alone. Apparently, Anthony freaked out again and ran away, and Danny went to chase him down. But he returns almost immediately with Anthony, and then enters the control room for the platform. But as he's about to press the button to send it down, Anna bursts through from the ceiling and attacks him.
Danny! Mayor!
Damn it.
Stay still.
I don't know if it's John or Danny who says that, but it's a weird line because everyone is pretty still in this scene. Danny tells John to back off and go down the lift with Gina, and John's just like, fucking whatever, man, tossing his head with that attitude of his.
Anna, it's the first time you've ever come to me.
What? How did John not make it out the door in that amount of time? He was standing right by it. Gina just waves as the platform descends. Yeah, see ya. Oh, Rambo, thank God. With Rambo in his arms, John jumps down to the descending platform, and he and Gina arrive in the Navy area. This is the final part of the game, so we're back where it all started. In the control room, Gina fires up the controls and begins to drive the Navy area away from the rest of the big table. The air pressure is dropping within the facility, causing ceilings to break and windows to crack, flooding the whole place with seawater. The entire big table facility ends up being destroyed, and the resulting shockwave flips the Navy area upside down. John comes to first and goes to check on Gina.
Gina, wake up!
John, What happened?
The Navy area seems to have flipped over.
Wait, what did he just say?
The Navy area seems to have flipped over.
Have flipped over? I guess the scriptwriter made a typo and the voice actor decided to just take that at face value. John tries to call for help with the wireless transmitter, but the radio is busted. And when Gina realizes that Anthony is missing, John gets jealous.
Anthony's gone.
Why do you worry about Anthony so much?
I'm pretty sure John's voice actor has just given up at this point. Come on, buddy, we're almost done. You can make it. Gina talks about how she and Anthony were similar because they never had any friends. Gina says that there should be parts to repair the radio nearby, so John tells her to stay put while he goes to look for them. While hunting down the parts, John stumbles across a document called The Deep Blue Project, Part 1 of 2, with a foreword signed by Commander Clancy. The rest of the document, written by Gina, mentions a space pod recovered near the Marianas Trench that's thought to be one of the lost crafts from Project Mercury, the United States' first attempts at launching living beings into space. These pods were launched throughout the 50s, with this particular one being launched in 1959. 40 years before the events of the game, and this is the same space pod that we saw crash in the opening cutscene. Inside the pod was Anthony, in a near-death hibernation state. Gina then spent 2 weeks running tests on Anthony. This is where the whole time jump thing I mentioned in the beginning comes from. Those opening scenes just don't communicate very well that the recovery of the space pod and the beginning of the game are taking place at different times. Anyway, Gina's tests reveal that Anthony managed to stay alive for so long thanks to a parasite-like bacteria that multiplies and destroys the original cells in the host's body. If this is the case, how did Anthony manage to not transform? Gina doesn't have any answers in this document, but she mentions at the end that the parasite cell is very similar to primitive parasites found on Earth. After finding all 3 parts for the radio, John returns, fixes the radio, and makes a distress call.
SOS! Requesting a rescue team immediately. 2 survivors and 1... Over.
What? 1 what? Now he's not even reading all the lines. What I actually think is happening here is John didn't tell the rescue team about Anthony because he's jealous of the chimpanzee. Either way, they got the message, and the rescue team is on the way. But Gina has disappeared, so John goes to look for her. Along the way, you can stop by a storage room and grab a Gatling gun. This will make the final boss a complete pushover. There's a computer set up in the corner of one of the rooms with the second part of the Deep Blue Project document open. Gina reveals in this report that the parasite cell is similar to the UH-1D bacteria, a harmless and common bacteria found in most primates. But the bacteria is easily affected by strong radiation. Gina hypothesizes that the prolonged exposure to massive amounts of radiation that Anthony succumbed to while being stuck in space for 40 years mutated the bacteria into the parasite cell. The PC, as she calls it, can slow the host's metabolism and expand its lifespan. Gina hopes to turn this parasite into a technology that can be used to facilitate interplanetary travel or to put people with terminal illnesses into a state of hibernation until a cure is found. The drawback, though, is the parasite destroys the original host cells. Gina's hoping to run more tests, but of course, the parasite infecting the crew of the Big Table curbed any further research. One thing these documents don't explain is how Anthony managed to not transform. Maybe because he was the original host that the bacteria mutated in? I'm not sure. The one thing this document brings to light, though, is that Gina knew what was going on this whole time. Uh-oh. Gina then goes on to explain everything we just read in the documents. I guess in case you missed the first one, you could very easily run through the room that it's in without finding it. Gina does expand on the fact that it was Clancy who came up with the idea for the Deep Blue Project, as he thought it was something that would allow him to return to Washington. You know, after he was condemned to the Big Table for blowing up that passenger ship.
Oh, one of the submarine missiles I launched hit a passenger ship.
And we saw how that turned out. So we've learned all of this nefarious, politically motivated monkeying around, and John decides that the best one to blame for all of this is the chimp.
Because of him, the people at the Big Table died. He spread the parasite cell.
It's just instinct for him to save his kind. He didn't mean harm.
If you don't mean harm, does that mean you can do anything you want?
I think John's just a little bit too stupid to keep up with this discussion. We're talking about a chimpanzee, bro.
I understand how you feel, but he can't be allowed to live or taken back to land.
Stop, John. Please. We're all...
No. No.
I guess Gina just decides now to assume her final form, so she goes all Tetsuo and turns into a gelatinous blob. The Gatling gun makes quick work of the first form. You don't even have to move. Afterwards, Gina evolves into an angel-like creature. She moves around a bit more now, but grenades and the Gatling gun take care of her easily enough. And I have so many first aid sprays that I don't even move around much.
Sorry, John. I knew about my body, but there was nothing I could do.
In her final moments, Gina seems to regain her human mind and gives John the key to the self-destruct system. So for one final bit of backtracking to totally kill the momentum here, John runs to the room where the self-destruct system is, places the key, then runs all the way back to the room where he fought Gina. This is such a terrible way to end the game. Couldn't it have been that Gina initiated the self-destruct herself, or it started up automatically, or Anthony did it, or Ronald McDonald himself came down from heaven and started that motherfucking self-destruct sequence? Literally anything else would have been better than making us run back and forth across this final area that we've already been back and forth through like 3 times at this point. But hey, John says his goodbye to Gina, but Anthony, that little bitch, tries to get inside the pod with him. Oh my god, why did they have him making that face? That's horrifying. Gina stops him though, and she deflates while holding him as John makes his escape. But wait a minute, where is Rambo? 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 Oh, thank God. As the credits roll, we see that the dolphin is also okay. John surfaces and is picked up by the rescue crew, and we get one last look at those pale gray eyes before the end. What a face to end on. Deep Fear is impressive in its attempt at making the big table feel like a real place. But the problem is the design and pacing of the game. Most of it boils down to fetch quests that have you running back and forth through areas with nothing to do in between. The game took me about 8 hours to finish on a first playthrough, and I think with tighter level design and less pointless tasks, it would have been like 5 hours, which is perfect for a survival horror game. The level design is bad and makes backtracking the main focus of the game. Again, I get the attempt at thinking out what an actual underwater base would be designed like, but because of this, you spend more time doubling back through empty hallways than you do fighting enemies or bosses. But then when enemies do show up, Deep Fear lacks the tension that the best games in the survival horror genre excel at. It gives the player too much of an edge with its ammo replenishment system and virtually infinite supply of healing items. More thought should have gone into how to make the player feel vulnerable. But even though there were some frustrating and monotonous bits, I don't feel like it's a bad game. Its mechanics are well designed, and its presentation is up to par with other games of the era. It has an interesting story, bad voice acting, which is a positive in my book, and an excellent soundtrack. There were some real creative powerhouses on its development team, but they just couldn't pull it together into a great game. Now, I'm not going to be as lazy as the contemporary reviewers and say that this game is just a Resident Evil clone. System Sagcom and Sega were striving for something different here with the underwater setting and the oxygen mechanics, but they just didn't go far enough with these things to make it stand tall. Deep Fear is a curiosity that's worth looking into on the Saturn, but it is not the rival to Capcom's survival horror masterpiece that I'm sure Sega was hoping for it to be. I don't know, I don't think I'd ever want to play it again. Whereas I could boot up the first Resident Evil and play through the whole thing in one go. I'm just glad they didn't forget about the dog. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like it, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. I love covering these weird old games, so there are many more of these kinds of videos on the way. If you really like what I do and you want to give a little extra, I have a Patreon and YouTube memberships. Patreon link is in the description below, and there's a join button for YouTube memberships on this video page. People supporting me in those ways really does a lot for me. I want to just continue focusing as much of my time as possible on making videos, and Patreon and YouTube memberships contribute to making that possible without me having to worry about the algorithm and all that. So please consider joining if you can, or if you're interested. Everyone who does gets to watch videos a few days early. They also get updates from me. There are going to be more polls for what videos I cover. I did one last year, but I'm planning on doing more this year. I just had a few videos that I definitely wanted to get out in this first part of the year. But yeah, if you donate $5 or more, you get your name read out loud at the end of videos like these Dungeon Architects, Antichrist Alex, Benifer 94, David Carr, Goats and Goblins, Half HP, High Food Court, Izzy Lexus, Justin Darnell, Meridian, Nick Wolf, Nekot the Brave, Richard Cutting, Stefano Urenia, White Like Eyes, and Tentabat, as well as these dungeon connoisseurs, Adon, Anjin01, Bunzo, Churm Slurm, Chiral Spiral, Crippler Jones, Dazed Clockwork, Deco, Glitterthroat, Indigo Happy, Irregular Rob, J Bud Airline, Gemma, Joe Goth Joshua Weber, Minced Meat, Mr. Independent, Nicholas Polstar, Noel the Monkey, Old Dead Lemons, Please Keep Making Videos, Pretty Cody, Prince Goof, Rainbows 98, Rez, Ribbon Black, Samuel Pandiangan, Samurai 85X, Slow Bro is Loafing Around, Solar, True Axiom, Tuesday Twin, TV's Brent, Warrior Song, Where Am I? Help, and Zach Diedrich. Thank you all for your support, and once again, thank you for watching. Next video is going to be on Shadow Tower and Shadow Tower Abyss. I'm covering both in the same video. The more I thought about it, the more it didn't make sense to break it up into two videos. I don't know. It just makes more sense to me to do both those games in one big video. So yeah, I'm working on that, and I'll see you when it's done. It won't be too long of a wait though. But yeah, until then, Deep Fear. Check it out. Dungeon Chill. Out.
Now here's a bit of Michael Jackson in Ready to Rumble Round 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Check me out. I'm gonna dance all over you. I can't lose my groove. Music to my ears. Who's the king?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the king of pop, Michael Jackson!
You can't win. The title's mine. I can't lose my groove.
From Los Angeles, California, wearing the dark gray trunks with the red and white trim, And weighing in at 315 pounds, the league MVP, Shaquille O'Neal.
This is a slam dunk.
I love you, Nico. Two, three, four.
That's right. He just took down Shaq Daddy because he took down the Man of Steel organism.
And remember that one song from his history album, Too Bad? Michael Jackson featuring Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal gets a rap solo.
It's the Man of Steel organism. I'm bad. Who are you?
Too bad, too bad. Why don't you scream and shout it? Yes, never forget the doggos. And yes, it's surreal hearing Michael use a deeper voice. Yeah, that one, like that. It almost sounds like, if you didn't know any better, it's, oh, that's like an impersonator who sounds deeper. No, that's Michael Jackson speaking in a deeper voice, because he went full on. That's him recording his lines. That's him doing the motion capture and all that.
Yeah, because remember, you may be the king of pop, but I am the big Aristotle.
I'm gonna dance all over you. Nick my shoes.
Did Michael Jackson just use an overhand right?
Oh, man.
Yes, that was an overhand right.
Can't lose my groove. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't lose my groove.
We're not going to swing out of the fucking ring.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
This isn't Punch Out, though. This is Ready to Rumble round 2. But yes, Michael does get down like that. Ho! You knock me off of my feet now, baby. Oh, my lonely days are done.
Hey, I got a game for a real match. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
So you be bad, huh? I don't move over for no one.
From Corsicana, Texas, wearing the black leather trunks with cow print, and weighing in at 145 pounds, the fastest jab of the West, Wild Stubby Corley.
I'm gonna whoop you up real good, city boy.
I didn't think Michael Jackson would be that skilled with an overhand right. I mean, I know he could moonwalk. I knew he could kick, but I didn't know anything about his skill with an overhand right. I wonder what Teddy Atlas would have to say about that.
I'm gonna dance all over you. I'm gonna dance all over you. With this groove, I can't lose.
And he just celebrated with a smooth criminal lean. Because Annie is not okay. They saw what boxing would become. Yes. Yes, they did. The developers at Midweight for the Ready to Rumble duology, they were ahead of their time.
With this groove, I can't lose. Say, I got into this game for a real match.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the King of Pop, Michael Jackson!
You can't win. The title's mine. I can't lose my groove.
Yes. Michael cannot lose his groove. He never could lose his groove because the King of Pop, he has the groove all night, Shimona. And also now I saw that Michael's now the rare example of a movie that actually falls out of the #1 spot at the box office only to regain it. Yes. All the years of agitprop in the media have done nothing to remove the financial viability and success and popularity of Michael Jackson. The fact that now his movie is almost up to $800 million at the box office, and the fact that there he is up there, $800 million at the box office, and it got knocked out of the #1 spot only to slap the shit out of The Devil Wears Prada 2, and now Michael's back to the #1 spot at the box office. So, a Chimone. And Arja says, interesting fact, Michael actually had a patent on a device hidden in the stage that allowed him to do that lean in concert. It was a peg that locked into a hole in the heel of his shoe. Oh, interesting. Well, considering how successful he was, financially with the Elvis and Beatles music catalogs that he also went and bought, besides his own owning the rights to his own musical catalogs, plus things like he owned the copyright on the birthday song before that lapsed into the public domain. I'm not joking. That's just how it went right there with how Michael goes on in because he can't lose his groove. But now here we are done with our UH-1D Huey Gunship. Oh, yes. I think it's fine the way this is. I don't really think I have to paint this. Yeah, the way that these look, pretty much this is from how American military medical evac and all that would be doing. So I'm not really sure if this is something I would have to go and do. So we can look at this somewhere else. We can add this on. And yeah, I'm thinking of just leaving it as is. I don't think this needs a paint job. But it's still fun. And remember, I can't lose my groove. Not all. Not now. Not ever. I can't lose my groove. Ho! Come on, kids. Let's climb the tree. Let's climb the tree. Chimona. Hee hee. Hee hee hee. Oh! You've been out here all day, and all you got is $100 bill? Oh, ow! What if Michael Jackson was a pimp? He'd just be riding around in a car with Tito. That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. That's right. Because you can't lose your groove. I don't think you can. No, that's not how it's done. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, besides the we got a little bit of this.
Whatever happened to pimps, man? What if Michael Jackson was a pimp? Should it be him and Tito be riding around in a Cadillac and shit? Slow down, Tito. Slow down, Tito. Damn!
Why is it always Tito? Why is it never Randy or Marlon or Jackie? They always got to make fun of Tito. What did Tito do to deserve this? I want to know. I'm honestly curious. Is it because he got really fat? I'm just trying to understand.
Is that my hoe over there sitting on the curb? Let me out. Come here, girl. I said, come here, girl. For my money, how much you got? Mike, I'm sorry, all I got is $100 bill. Girl, you've been out here all day and all you got is $100 bill? Ah! Keep it in the car. Now get out there.
We won't stand for this Tito abuse. Yes, not around here. We do not understand the Tito abuse, and we won't stand for this corner of the internet. There might be other corners of the internet that are okay with making fun of Tito. I'm not. It went from simply, I don't understand why everybody always wants to make fun of Tito, to I'm not going to listen to any more of this Tito bullshit. I don't understand why. And yes, RJ says, I love that Michael and Chris became actual friends and Chris has hilarious stories. Yeah, I remember there was like a Netflix special Chris Tucker did where he did a bit about, his relationship with Michael and all that developed out of after so many years of Tucker referencing Jackson in his stand-up act, like that Def Comedy Jam bit I just showed, or later on, like in the Rush Hour movies where he'd be doing Michael dance numbers and all that. And eventually led to Michael actually calling him up. So that was fun. And also that notorious Michael Jackson concert special, notorious because it aired live the night before 9/11. I remember, they had Michael Jackson introducing, it was Chris Tucker introducing Michael Jackson and Usher performing a song together. I think it was one of them from his Invincible album, because it was a mix of new songs from his Invincible album and also him doing, classics with other big people and him even doing a bit of, another Jackson 5 reunion with his brothers. And hello to Alpha Proto as we're winding down the stream. And yes, we completed this Huey gunship right here. Yes, but without the guns. A Huey gunship with no guns. Yes, that's how we're working it right here. And I will say that getting a little sloppy with the glue right here did actually help to give this some, I can, save face by saying, oh, it gives it texture. It gives it roughness. It makes it look like it's actually worn and used. I mean, there is that to say. That I can save face that way. I say, come here, girl. Oh, Michael, all I got is $100 bill. You come out here, all you got is $100 bill? Ah! That's how we do it over here. That's how we do it over here. Whore. And now we have this to go with my USS Missouri. Very fun. And this is the last call, ladies and gentlemen. The last call for Super Chats, the last call for channel memberships, and the last call for donations into the store, as we now have our Huey gunship finished. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's right. Who's bad? He's bad. Or who's bad? He's bad. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And now the whole world has to answer right now just to tell you once again who's bad. Oh, yeah. That's how we do it here. That's how we do it over here in the Michael Jackson house. Yes. All the crust from the glue that went over, what spilled everywhere. Yes, it makes it look battle tested. It's battle tested. It's ready. It's ready. And the next time I hear somebody making fun of Tito, I'm going to introduce them to my friend right here. And my friend right here is going to come in and show them why you don't make fun of Tito anymore. Stop with the Tito abuse. That's it. Oh, I can't lose my groove. Oh, that's how we do it there. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it, right, honey? And on that note, I want to thank you all for watching. Subscribe so the channel will reach 10,000 subs. Become a member today and shop my art store with the first link in the description where you can buy my art or commission me or support me directly with a donation, or go and now order issue 3 of my comic book Encrypted, where a regular copy is $5, an autographed copy is $10, an autographed and sketched in copy is $20, or you can get a 1-year subscription for $60, or 1-year subscription with your copies autographed for $90. Tomorrow I'll have shorts at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 and 6. I'll have a new video at 6:30, and I'll be live again at 10. So, until then, felines, slam it, lick it, suck it, and see you, Space Cowboy.